Hi everyone, welcome along to FS22. This is Waldo P. Barnstormer, and we finally got it. It's been one of those days. I've had to work all day and I haven't had a chance to play. So this is literally the first time I've had this on. I've just been clicking through a couple of bits of the menu and thought we'd go through a few menu options first. Here we can see just your normal settings. Obviously you get your languages, input, help, gamepads and steering wheels. Steering wheels I haven't got on at the minute because I've been working all day, so I haven't had a chance to set it back up again. Things like force feedback, that's a point. I'm not sure if my wheel has force feedback. I'm going to turn it off just in case it does, because apparently it can make it quite noisy whenever it does come to the microphone. I have turned off the menu music. It's not too bad, but it's just a bit repetitive, and whilst I'm talking I don't really need it on. I've done a little bit of tweaking to my graphics already, set it up for my resolution. One thing that's good to see now, we can now change our field of view from the menu. It goes all the way up to 120 and down to 45. But for now, I'll stick it back on the default of 60. See how we look. Obviously do all your own key bindings again. And my sensitivity. One thing I have noticed, downloadable content, we already have mods. I've installed a few of these mods already. I haven't opened anything, I haven't tried anything. But I just saw they were there, so I grabbed them. It does look like it's all ones from the original series, or from the FS19 series. The good old Case Pro is back. But easiest pie to do any of them, you just go to it. It's got a little plus here to indicate that it is a new mod, or new mods are available. Click into it. It did load a little picture there before. And then it gives you the details of it, the price, the required power, working widths, max working speed, a few little pictures of it in action. It's easy as anything. Click the install button and it comes down. That's down already. There you go, 100%. We seem to have quite a few because I did pre-order. I got the saddle track pack. But yeah, there's lots of ones come through already. The government subsidy mod there. This is one to, I think it allows you, a bit of extra money. $100 million per year, or $100,000 per year. It's a little way for console players especially, I think, to get a bit of extra money in it. So as I click back now out of this, it probably will ask me, yep, do I want to restart the game? That's just because I put some mods in. One thing I have noticed is this does load a lot quicker than FS19. I think that's probably because I had about 5 gigs of mods installed in my previous saved version, so yeah, it's probably loading a bit less than this one. But we'll get on. I'm going to start off with career. Empty slot number 1, and I'm going to go new farmer to start with. Need something a bit easy just to settle in. So we see the maps. We start off with Elm Creek. That is the American map, of course. They've got very nice little kind of oil painting. Never noticed that before in the videos. We have Haut Beyleron, which is France, I believe. Pronounced O apparently. The H and the T are both silent. So I think this is probably the one that I'm going to play on most at the start. I do prefer the European maps over the American ones. And then we have Elmgrat. Obviously, I think it's Switzerland, isn't it? The one in the Alpine Hills. So let's see. Haut Beyleron to start with. Continue. There you go. It's asking me what mods I want to do. Of course, I want to select them all. You can deselect all, select individually. Double click in them. Or deselect all and then select all. Let's start. Very, very excited. Have not played this before yet. So hopefully it won't take too long to load. 20%, we're already nearly there. Right, that's it. 100%. We're there. Let's get started. Fooled you. We have to do a character creation first. Now I'm sure you've already seen this on some of the other guys that have already got videos out, but we do have a good selection of characters to choose from now. So who am I going to pick? I don't know, I fancy doing something a bit unique for the first one. I'm not going to spend too long going through this, but you can see plenty of hairstyles to pick from. Oh, I like the little mohawk. Can we rotate them? Yes, we can. So just click and drag. Ah, you can rotate them all the way around. Very trendy, this guy. Or I could go for the good old bald top. Ah, where did it go? I'm going to go for this one again. Beard. Do we want a beard? Yeah, a bit of stubble, little soul patch. Big lamb chop sideburns, maybe. There we go. I think for now we'll go with just a bit of stubble. Mustache. Oh, look at that one. Now that's a mustache. Yeah, we're going to have that one. And you get a lot of outfits to pick from now as well. You can change them through the game too. Everything for different kinds of environments. So horse riding, you ever see chainsawing? I think I did see like ATV riding there as well. So yeah, plenty of things. Oh, beekeeping, excellent. And then some branded clothes too. Fent. Is that Husqvarna? Some class gear. Oh yeah, lots and lots of good options. Or you can just go for your bog standard kind of shirt, jeans, coat. I like a grey hoodie. I like a grey hoodie. And then again some branded clothing down there. I think we'll stick with a grey hoodie and a pair of jeans, pair of work trousers. There we go, pair of jeans. And I've already got some work boots on, but yeah, you can have lots of other things. Trainers, welly boots. I do like the welly boots actually. Oh, should I have a hat? Could have a hat. Could I have a cowboy hat? I'm not in the American map. I can't have a cowboy hat yet. I'll go for a nice little flat cap. There we go. We're farming up north. Gloves. I don't need no gloves. Yeah. My hands are hardy. I've been outside all day. Yourself some fancy specs. Safety glasses. There we go. Safety first. We'll have some of them. Confirm that one. And here we go. Would I like a editor? No, I'm going to discover all of this for myself. So, this is us. Haut Beyleron. I've seen this before. I've obviously been watching guys playing it. Oh, look at the little Citroen. I think it's a Citroen. But yeah, I've obviously been watching guys playing this. So I'm now semi-familiar. But it's just nice to be able to get your own hands on it as well. So of course, traditionally, it'll always start off ready with one crop to go to harvest. Yeah, just over here. So we see the combine parked ready to go. Over here we have one ready to cultivate. Tractor and weight sitting parked, and you can just see it down in that corner. That one is ready to start seeding that field, I believe. We'll take a quick run round and we'll see over here. So up here is our hay loft. The hay goes in this side and you can retrieve there in the middle. Just goes up through the blower and gets stored in there. We've got our little open shed as well. Header trailer for a combine, our Steyr tractor, and little dolly trailer behind it. Ooh, I'm excited to have a go at this myself. And of course we started off background here where we could see our pickup. I believe this up here is also our sleep point. I'll just give it a little try as I'm walking past it. Yes, no, I don't want to go to sleep. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. You can see we've started in August as well. August, 20 past 8 in the morning, and we're at 5 times speed. Now we have only started off at £100,000 in this one. What I will do is I'll probably save this game, exit out a little bit, and come back in. I might accidentally give myself a lot of money so I can play about on this one to start with, just to do a little bit of a first look and a little drive around. Now here's my nice shiny pickup, and we're in and going. So is it still C? Yep, still C to get inside the car. Happy days. I will have to adjust a few settings to get things like automatic engine start, etc. So let's see if I can find that quickly. Boom. So off we go for a drive. It's quite a nippy little pickup this, from what I've seen as well from the other people playing it. It certainly goes about the place quite quick. So my ideas for this one is just to kind of have a first look around the place, not really be doing much. It's just have a tour about, have a look at Haut Beyleron, kind of get to grips with the general physics of the game again and the menu structure, and see what goes where. Hey, first lap around the field. So this is our combine, the top liner Doots Far. We're in it. And if I jump inside, you can see actually it's pretty well equipped. It's not a brand new combine by any means, but she's in pretty good nick. And it's all the same stuff as before. You can put this one on, drop the header down, start it up. Oh no, of course I need to unfold the combine. Jump out and have a little look at that, see the hopper unfolding. And what I will do is I'll just whack it onto a helper just to start with, just so we can kind of appreciate it moving around the field. Very nice view. And I must say, very smooth. I really like the fact that brand new game, higher graphics, and no stuttering, no nothing whatsoever. It's yeah, it's been running very nicely. I will let the helper go up and down here. I might do a little bit myself. But yeah, as I say, primarily this video is just a bit of a fly around the map and see exactly what we have. So I'll just stop him there. I will take a bit of getting used to again now, because I need to get all my settings reconfigured. I'm used to changing directions and having vehicle mods and whatnot. So just driving forward in a straight line and oh wow, the steering's feels so woolly compared to what I'm used to. I'll have to get all my settings reset. There we go, pop him back onto the helper, and there we get to see the straw coming out. We're obviously putting it into a swath. If I do want to chop it, I should have the option for that, but I'm on the helper at the minute, so it's not letting me change. But yeah, looks really good. More than happy with that. Next one we'll jump into is our Massey 3670. So with this one comes our little cultivator. We also get a front weight with it. Have a little goosey inside it. It does look really good. It's an excellent model, this. You can tell they really have put a bit of detail into it. Just even the lining of the cab looks great. You had 36 in the morning, it's just clocked over to you at 37. That's fantastic that the time works. See, I've got a few mirrors activated as well. But the dash to me just looks brilliant. It does look so realistic. We'll jump out and lower our cultivator down. Zoom out a little bit so we can get a better look at it. And you can just see that dirt getting kicked up there. And that's a big improvement from 19. A massive improvement from 19. The way it kind of deals with this kind of stuff coming off the field. Yeah, really liking that. Really liking that. You zoom out, it just, yeah, a bit of dust coming off it. The way it's just pillowy looking coming out. That is so much better. We'll lift them up and turn them around the other direction. And again, this is one. I'll stick him onto a worker and let him crack on, see what he does. It's a bit of an angle in this field actually, that's interesting. I wonder how he'll cope with that. But what we will do is we'll get the Valtra out of the way before he gets that far. So again, Valtra Valmet 8750. Very nice looking tractor. It's very blue, very nice. Hey. And on the back of this we have our little seeder. And they very generously give us a full tank of seed for this. So we're ready to go on this. It is set currently to wheat, but I'm assuming we just tab through in the way that we have done before. We can do canola, soybeans. Is that some oilseed radish, grass? Ooh, is that sorghum? That's the new crop. That's sorghum. Back round to wheat and barley. I'll tell you what we're going to do is for this one, we'll crack off and do some sorghum. See what it looks like going in. I don't think it's going to look like anything at the minute. Oh, it's saying I can't plant this one. Alright, so I'll just do some generic grass. You can plant grass, I think, pretty much any time of the year. So we'll do that one, yeah. We're going with that. Let's see what it looks like as it goes in here. Yeah, nice little dust cloud coming off it. Really nice models. And jump inside the Valtra. Again, it's just that texturing. The cabin interiors are fantastic. Really well done. High attention to detail, great modelling there from Giants. We will pop this guy in a helper as well. Look at this, oh, a nice little check shirt. Oh, he's wearing very white trousers. I don't know if I'd wear them to go farming. They'll not be that coloured by the end of the day. And finally we've got our Steyr 8150. I do love the dash in this one. I've been watching Daggerwind's videos over the over the last 24-48 hours, and it's the dash, and this one does just kill me. I do really like it, the way that double odometer works, or the speedometer. Very nice. Go for a little drive in it. See the accelerator pedal going up and down as well. They jump out. And we're on the automatic gearbox obviously still at the minute. I will probably experiment a little bit with the gear shifter and whatnot later on. But for now, I just want to have a little drive about and a play. We're easily amused just driving around in circles, making me smile. So what, all my helpers are going off and around. Right, so one of the first things I want to do is go through the menu system a little bit and have a look around. I'll start off here at the map with this little icon. It tells you down the bottom to pan the map by clicking, or you can zoom in and out. You see all your fields that we're pretty familiar with from FS19. You can turn on and off certain crops and it obviously appears there. I've actually expanded onto a separate page now as well. And as ever, the grass is traditionally turned off whenever you access it. And if you click on some of the little icons, then it tells you a bit more about what they actually are. And you have the jump, or you have the ability to jump straight to some of them by using the space bar. So we'll just do that, go up and visit Railroad South, and there we are. Teleportation. We'll quickly jump back to the home farm, see all how our helpers are getting on. Merry as anything. And back to the map. So you have plenty of things to explore. There's a really big map in this. We're down here at the minute. You can see the tiny amount of fields that we own. If we do X, it takes us back into the normal setup. And you can see the fields that we have and the values of the fields. And what kind of money are new fields in this? Say number 36, that's a big field. 600,000. Wow, okay, that's going to be expensive. 112, 140 to expand to the fields nearby. There's plenty of fields in this map that keep you going for a very long time. Everything from tiny little ones, number 17, what's that, 114,000? Look at number 1 up there, but you get a big bit of forestry with it as well. But yeah, number 30, 36, they're big fields. So we've got this as well, which is our active workers. Now this is very exciting, very new features for this. I should be able to, well, it's showing me the current workers that I have here. So this guy's doing field work, field work, field work. That's our 2 tractors and our combine. But here I also have the styer. So I should be able to click on him, do things like create jobs, which lets me then do go to, so I can actually send it off to certain places. I should be able to target position, click on a map, and I want him to drive to the corner of that field, and should be able then to set him off, say what direction I want him to point in, and start the job. Now if we exit out of here, there we go. The styer is off on his travels. It's pretty good. It follows the roads round mostly, and it does avoid the other objects in its way. Now this will be something that will revolutionise the game, I think, whenever we come into this. Especially as we go on and on, get into more and more mod maps. The little British maps especially, I always find it'll be a real challenge for the map creators, I think. So I'm driving you all through the trees, we can't see where we're going. To get down the little British country lanes and things like that. But if we can just summon vehicles to our position or get them to do things, or you know, I could have sent them here if this was our field, they could have went in and started ploughing, that kind of stuff. There we go. Helper's finished. So it's clicked back to me again. Ooh, I've got work to do in my own farm. I need to go back because the combine's nearly full. So this will get us experience in the first little bit of gameplay that we actually do. Now we're in Europe, so we're driving on the right hand side of the road. I say we're in Europe, we're in mainland Europe, so need to remember to drive on that side. So because the combine's full, I'll go in, see if I can quickly unload them. So it's all the same keys as we know and love before. I'm on PC obviously, so to me it's N to unwrap the trailer. Oh, and the combine's just turned around. Will I be able to catch him, do I think, on the other side? Hopefully he doesn't fill up before he gets there, and then I'll get him on the return leg. And whilst we're waiting on him, we'll jump out and take a bit of a closer look at the swaths of straw on the ground. see what kind of textures we're looking at, what the stubble's looking like now. As you can see there, all the drilled lines where it's been drilled obviously in this direction. You see all those lines, a bit of stubble on the ground. Yeah, pretty decent little sward of straw. And the helper's definitely a bit more intelligent now. Should hopefully manage to be able to turn himself around and get going. I did find in FS19 sometimes the helpers did take forever to kind of figure out where they were in a field. So I am assuming as he pulls forward here we should see the auger come out as well, and then we'll start automatically unloading. I don't know how much the combine actually holds, but I'm sure it's less than my trailer, so should be able to empty him out. Here we go, my first unload for FS22. There will be thousands more to follow. Just need to keep up with them a bit better. Actually, what I could do a little test now and see if we get to the end of the row, will the combine pause whenever he's unloading like it does in 19 at the minute. I do really like that feature. Yep, it's definitely intelligent enough to know that he's going to wait there, empty the tank and then continue on. And we can see my trailer's full already, 8,000 litres. I am 100% full. I'll quickly go and get rid of this into my silo. Not sure how much the combine holds, but I'm pretty sure it should be approaching empty now as well. 8,000 litres is a pretty big grain hopper. And if we listen to this, we actually hear the hydraulics now as well. That little clunk as the door swings open. That's excellent. It's just those little touches. It makes it so much more immersive for me. But we digress. What we were doing was looking around the map and looking through the menus. We weren't driving around carting grain. So the next one down the menu system is the crop calendar. Anyone who's familiar with FS19 and seasons will be pretty familiar with this. Obviously green means you can plant it. Orange is meaning when you should be able to harvest it. It's got the month of the year and the seasons across here and all the crops down the side. So nothing much changed there, but it's really good. And with this whole integrated seasons now, it's very essential. We have a good weather forecast now as well. So it breaks it down by a few hours in the day. You can scroll across, see what we're expecting. We're expecting a bit of rain tonight, but 30 degrees up till 5 o'clock. We'll be getting out, getting a suntan. And then September is going to be a wet month, October, November, a bit of snow in December and January. Oh, into February, it's late winter. And this is our prices for our crops and grains and fruits at the minute. We see what they are, what they were. Mauricien. I haven't actually heard anybody pronouncing it yet, but that's the train station one. And you can look into it and show price fluctuations as well. So this is obviously prices are rising to a high of, and it doesn't actually give you a value, but prices are rising to the highest around May, and then they start steadily dropping, and then coming back up again. So this is really good. Again, just a next one down the menu system is our familiar screen from 19. So we show all our vehicles, the current age, how many hours they've done, etc., their maintenance state, and what their current value is and things like that, whether or not they're leased or owned as well. Our money screen, finances, as ever we need that. We still have the ability to borrow and repay in 5,000 chunks. Just a matter of clicking. The bank manager's quite happy to lend us some money, but it looks like that. He's a very friendly bank manager. Our animals page, we don't have any pens yet, so this isn't going to show us anything. And then contracts. So this is where we access all our contracts from, and I've already noticed in a couple of them, fertilizing, I think could be potentially a good money spinner again. 4,200 for going out and spreading some fertilizer, and you can still use your own equipment or lease the equipment, and it does take some more money off you, but we've seen this before in 19, so nothing much has changed there, but it's a good system, so I'm hoping it continues to work well. This one, production chains. I don't have any production sites yet, obviously, at the minute, because we have just started, so we will come back to that one many times in the future. Statistics page, as ever, good old classic FS statistics. We want to see, oh, it now actually gives us how many workers we've currently hired as well. Pretty sure that's new. Don't think I've seen that before. Haven't got any collectibles yet. Haven't explored anywhere yet. And years played. Yeah. I wonder how big that number is going to be by the time FS... was it 24? Is it going to be FS24 comes out? I can't be talking about FS24 already. I mean, literally 20 minutes into FS22. So from this menu, the game settings, we can go in, rename the saves game. Oh, it's quite good that you can now give them individual titles. You can still do your autosave intervals, 5, 10, 15, or turn it off altogether. Set your time scale from in here. The time scales have changed. So we can actually go to beyond real time. So now it's half time, real time. You have an option of 2 time, 3 time, 5 time, and 6 time. So it's very accurate at the bottom end of the scale. We've got a really useful 10 time. I think that one's going to be really good. 5 time and 19 was a little bit slow, but 15 time was just that little bit too quick. I think times 10 is going to be a real sweet spot for playing a lot of things in. Then we can go up from 15 to 30, 60, 120, and then back round to the start again in real time. So I'll stick it in times 10 at the minute. Economic difficulty, same as ever, easy, normal, hard. Just affects the crop prices, etc. Same as last time, and as ever, traffic on and off. Now the traffic drives a lot quicker in this one, so we might be able to get away with leaving it on a lot more this time. Seasonal growth turns on a growth calendar that adheres to the seasons and withering of plants. That's the one that we looked at earlier that has come across from Realmus Modding. So you can turn it on, you can turn it off. I think we'll pretty much be keeping it on most of the time. Paused, just pauses it for the time, so then you can go off ahead, plant your crops, and then turn it back on again. Days per month, obviously the number of days that you want to play. It does go all the way up to 28 days a month. If we're playing on 28 days a month, that is pretty hardcore. Yeah, that's going to be a long let's play. You can set this for fixed visual months as well. So we just, as we flick through it, we see things changing here in the background. Oh, I've got an achievement. I don't know, but it says Onias. Not quite sure what it is, but I've got one. So I can set it to July, and if I just exit out of that, we see everything's nice, bright, sunny, everything's in full bloom. So this is July, and if we skip on through to November, December, I'll go for November. No, everything's still green. January, February. So we've got all the leaves off the trees, everything's gone a little bit brown, a little bit amber. So we can still run seasons, but keep it looking like this. It's something I'll probably keep off, because I like the fact that the backdrop changes. I suppose it's more really if you wanted to leave it on summertime all the year and have nice bright days. But yeah, I'll probably be keeping it off. Snow, we can turn on and off. I'll be leaving that one on. A bit of snow is always good fun. Crop destruction, yeah, we know and love crop destruction. Periodic plough, again, come across from FS19 along with the lime and the weeds. And field stone is a new one. I'll take a little walk down and look in the cultivated field, and we'll see some stones that have come up through. So this is just an extra step where after you cultivate or plough your field, you get some stones here. You can then lift them or roll them back in. If you lift them, you can take them off and sell them and make a few pounds. So into things like vehicle controls again. Automatic engine start, I'll keep that one off. I do prefer that off. Stop and go braking. And dirt levels, I like my tractors getting dirty. So there we go, we'll put that on fast. Trailer fill limit, I've seen this one, and I don't quite understand what it does yet. So trailers can only be filled until the max allowed weight is reached. So that's an interesting, I'm not quite sure what that's going to do. So I don't know if it's the weight limit of the vehicle that's towing it, the weight limit of the trailer, or how that's going to work. But yeah, we'll play about with that and have a little look. So fuel usage, low and normal, and then all your normal AI ones. I normally turn all of these off because I don't like them buying their own stuff. Control freak like that. And then your general settings. So I'll play in pounds even though we're in France. And I'll play in miles just because I understand them better. Same as acres. My radio's off because I'm streaming the videos. Not allowed to have the radio on. And radio range, always or vehicle only. Reset cameras, indoor camera suspension. So what does this do? If turned on, the indoor camera follows the movement of seat suspension and gives a more realistic feeling. Okay, I like that, I'll turn that one on. And dynamic vehicle camera tries to stay horizontal with the environment. Alright. Then into all of our input controls. So we can obviously turn off tabbing into the train. This is one I noticed in some of the videos. So speedometer display value displays engine speed, so RPMs, or we can do vehicle speed. So you can do miles per hour, kilometers per hour, or RPMs. RPMs obviously very important now if we're using the gear shift mode of manual or manual with clutch. We're going to keep it in automatic at the minute until we kind of figure out exactly what we're doing. Steering back speed, this is one I think I want to increase that a bit. I'll increase that up to 100 and leave everything else as it is. Should I can't remember what I've had it on. I think that was slightly higher before. We'll put it up a bit and see if I crash into many things. You know my driving, I probably will. Right, lovely. Well, that's a very quick whistle stop tour. And how are these guys all getting on? He's still getting on well, cultivating away. And we'll take a quick look at the stones. Here you see him pulling up the stones. Now these stones can damage your equipment if you don't lift them. You don't have to lift them. I can go ahead and seat over the top of this now, that's not a problem. But it does wear the seeder in the tractor, well certainly wears the seeder quicker anyway, I'm not sure about the tractor. So it is in your advantage to lift them. You do get a little bit of money for it, but you obviously need to buy or hire the stone picker. So it's upsides and downsides. This guy's getting on really quick. And the combine harvester must be, yeah, as I say, he must be nearly done if he's not finished altogether. But he is complete. We'll quickly jump in and see how much we ended up with. It's another 5,000 litres in the tank there. Right. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on this very, very quick first look. I literally haven't left my farmyard yet and I've already spent half an hour. I'm going to probably sit here now for the next 16 hours and play Farm Sim. Thank you so much for joining us. If you've liked the video, you found it at all useful, do those normal YouTube things, like, share, subscribe. We are going to crack on. We're going to start having a Let's Play. I'm probably going to use this map, Haut Beyleron, for it. I will be doing some stuff on Elm Creek as well, and probably some on Elmgrat too. So I'm going to start mixing it up a little bit, having 2 or 3 series running at the same time. And I know thick and fast we are going to get mods out for this. We're going to get mod maps, we're going to get mods. It's going to be good. Right, thank you again everyone. We will see you again shortly. Bye now.